Morning, oh, we got the wrong date up there. Get rid of that just a moment. Thank you. Good morning. It's Wednesday, the 11th of December 2019. Welcome along to this morning's United Kingdom talk, coming to you from the Chadwell Hill Marina in Lincolnshire. A very good morning to you. A little bit later than usual. After the show yesterday, I went to the swimming pool. Now, as you remember, it was quite a cold night last night. Oh, it wasn't warm. To be honest, it wasn't too bad. If you got in and you went swimming straight away, it was okay. Do you know what I mean? But it certainly wasn't as warm as it was normally. Not only that, there was no one else there. When I say no one, I mean no one. So there I am, trundling in with my small little white towel covering my pert bottom as I was walking along there, and I opened the door, was swiped my card, walked in. No one at all, except a very bored-looking lady sitting on top of her little perch, observing everything going on. I said, good morning. I said, well, this is a good time to be coming in, isn't it? Fantastic. I said, how cold is cold? Because there's these little signs everywhere. Cold, water is not as hot as it normally is, something like that. And she says, it's not too bad. She says, if you're swimming, if you're hanging around in the water, you'll feel it a bit colder. So I carefully put in my large toe with fungus filled now, and and it wasn't too bad at all. So I got in and I started swimming straight away. And for about half an hour, I was the only person in there. Wonderful. And it's a great big, a municipal council run swimming pool. Massive. So very pleased about that, and a few people joined us a bit later. The pool person changed over while I was going up and down to be replaced by my favourite pool boy. I don't know what his name is. So I got out of there. I said, well, that was good today. I said, you must be so bored sitting up there. And he kind of nodded like that. We had a little chat. And then some other girl come in. I said, well, I'll disappear now. I'm sure you'll be more happier looking at her than me. And he laughed. And off I went to the shower. The showers weren't too bad. That seems to be working all right. But a boy told me there's two boilers there. One of which is what do they call it? A mass. A wooden... a mass... Oh, Christ. Something mass. Biomass. One of which is a biomass boiler. So that's run by little wood pellets. I know something about this stuff. Little wood pellets, and they chuck them in the top, and it takes them as required, right? Well, whoever was in there the night before had turned the second boiler off and just left that one on, but it ran out of wood pellets at about 1 o'clock, so the water wasn't heated at all between sort of 1 and when they opened, which is about 6 in the morning, so it was a little bit chillier than it was normally, but it was coming back up to temperature, so not to complain about that. So cold pool yesterday. What else happened yesterday? Thanks for any messages coming in. I shall read those very shortly, boys and girls. Okay. Then I drove straight over to my sister's house for our first Christmas dinner of the year, because my niece is over at the moment. She's over from Cyprus. She lives in Cyprus. So went in there, and immediately the children attacked me. I don't know why it is. They attack me physically and verbally. I'm abused and attacked in there. Anyway, so we're just mucking around with the children and all that. My sister was doing the dinner. I was really hungry at this point. I don't know what was quite late. They have dinner late. See, they have dinner about 3 o'clock. I generally have lunch about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So went there, and they've got this glass. I say glass door. It's a door. Glass, and it's got little bits of glass. What's that called? Like 3, I don't know how many, 3, 6, 9, 12 bits of glass, all the way down, like little squares like that, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like that. So I'm holding the door closed. The children have run in one room, and I said, right, you're not coming back in here, and I'm holding this door closed. So the little girl, Emily, she's trying to get the handle like that. Oh, one of the boys weren't having any of that. Put his foot straight through a pane glass door. And I haven't revealed the identity of that particular boy. Which one was it, Chris? Oh, I don't know. Don't want to get him into trouble. Unfortunately, he kicked the bottom of the door and the glass went through. Fortunately, no one was cut. The glass is actually, it didn't go into like hundreds and hundreds of pieces, but they could have been cut, but they weren't cut, so that's it, So all well and good there. Was that my fault? Oh, I don't know about that. Apparently, my brother-in-law said my name was bandied about. Like it's my fault, for holding the door closed. Please, if there are any children watching this programme, don't click glass doors. Please don't kick glass doors. Okay? So that was that. Watched a bit of telly. Had a lovely, lovely Christmas dinner. My sister made this vegetarian thing, which was absolutely delicious, I have to say. I had a great big dinner. Beautiful roast potatoes. They were really nice, the roast potatoes. I had a few of those, carrots and things like that, and we had a little toffee thing, so I was off the slimming world yet. Well, for one meal. For one meal, we was off the slimming world yesterday. And it was absolutely delicious, I have to say. Went back into the living room, I think. We were watching some telly, and then presents were given out. Not because you see they're not here on Christmas Day. My niece's children won't be here on Christmas Day. They'll be in Cyprus. If you're watching on Facebook, by the way, boys and girls, if you're watching on Facebook Live, we can't see your messages on Facebook Live, and you only get the first 10 minutes of the show. You need to join us there, please. All right, youtube.com/Chris Reardon UK. Just join us on there. If you could hit thumbs up as well, there's a little thumbs up, please. If you could, I've discovered some new things about YouTube. Please hit the thumbs up thing because that helps me. Okay. Go on there, hit the subscribe button, hit the notifications bell next to it to say all notifications on, and you'll be able to watch in and join in with everyone who's chatting in the conversation box at the moment. I shall be reading some of your messages in a moment, okay? So some of the children got the presents. I was very pleased to be able to tell my niece's children that for their Christmas and birthday presents this year, I'm taking them to Eurodisney. Which is the same I did with the other family about 2 years ago. It was all supposed to happen around about the same time, but then another baby came along. Baby James, now known as just James. He has passed babyhood. Is that a word? Babyhood? He has passed babyhood, and he's starting to talk now as well. One of his favourite words is banana. Banana! Banana! He likes that word. Banana! So I was able to tell them that, and they're all pleased. And I received a present from my niece, which is directly behind me there. Look at this. It's a little bit low down, actually. It wasn't that low yesterday. The box it's on has sunk in the middle, but that's a painted stone. You can just about see the top of that. There's another bit at the bottom. I'll try and raise it up a bit. You raise me up to see on the highest mountains. Worstlife, was it, that one? Anyway, so this is a painted stone. I think rocks are jagged, aren't they? So I don't think you'd call it a rock. But it's certainly as big as a rock, and it's very, very, very heavy. I've got to tell you that. God knows how she managed to get away with that on the plane. That's like worth 3 suitcases full of clothes, full of dirty knickers, that is. But isn't that beautiful? I'm going to pick it up. Oh, I mean, this really is heavy. Okay, here it is. Look at that. Isn't that fantastic? My niece got this made for me. She didn't hand make it herself, but there's someone out there where they are. I'm so frightened to drop on it because it's so heavy. Oh, it's worn me out picking that blooming stone up like that. That's just such a beautiful present. So thank you very much to my niece for that. And that will be displayed here in our Lincolnshire television studio complex. Thank you very much for that, Tracey. Very pleased with that. And while I was talking to Tracey, she reminded me of an incident in Cyprus. An incident, boys and girls. Once again, if you're watching on Facebook, you're about to leave us, okay? Join us at youtube.com/Chris Reardon UK, and you can join in the conversation and watch the rest of the show on there, all right? She reminded me of an incident with a pizza. When I went out to Cyprus about three or 4 weeks ago now to see them all, my brother and what would you call him? My nephew-in-law, my niece's husband, my nephew-in-law picked me up from the airport as he always does. Pathos Airport. And first place we went to was a very quaint Cypriot restaurant called Domino's Pizza. Because it was 2 for 1 on a Tuesday. And we were all hungry. So he got us a couple of pizzas there, 2 large ones, took them back to Tracey's house, and we're sitting there eating this pizza after the children had said hello and all this. and I've got this great big thing on my lap. We're supposed to share it, but they didn't. No one wanted any of mine, so I happily chomped my way through it. At which point, great niece Emily decides that she's going to sit on my head. I don't know why she does this. She likes to sit on people's heads. She's climbed out. She's jumped on the set. Of course, the pizza up, the settee's gone down like that at the front. The whole pizza slid out onto the floor and over the chair. What a mess! There were bits, because it was vegetarian, even worse. Bits of vegetables everywhere. It's a little bit like being sick and having all those chunks of carrots coming out your mouth. It looked a bit like that, to be honest. Oh, dear me. Anyway, so we picked that up and put it back on there. And then something happened again and the thing went on the floor again. Literally the whole pizza just slid out of the box. And I'm like, oh, Emily! So I'm picking it all back up again. And it happened, can you believe it happened the third time? 3 times that pizza ended up on the floor. Still tasted all right, though, to be honest. You know, it weren't too bad at all. So that's the pizza. They've got a cat at the moment. They've adopted this cat. This is my niece over in Cyprus. And they've called it Pam. Beautiful black cat. Absolutely beautiful. People don't want black cats, do they? Did you see that news story? Did you see the news story? People don't want black cats because they don't look good in photos. Isn't that awful? I think that's dreadful. Can I just close this door? Because there's a bit of a draft coming in here. Probably coming out of my mouth. Just a moment. Bit of a draft coming into our Christmas television studio complex. Yes. Right, okay. Facebook people, your leaving is here. Thank you very much. Join us on youtube.com/Chris Reardon UK. Good morning to you. Well, that's done. Pam the cat. Yes, so it's this lovely little black thing, but it's a kitten. And you know what kittens are like. And quite often throughout the week I was in Cyprus, one or two of the children would come downstairs and say, they'd be in floods of tears, Mum, Pam keeps attacking us in bed. Because they attack feet, don't they? Don't have a kitten and have your feet sticking out the bottom of the bed. Oh my God, you'll wake up with great pain and suffering. Pain and suffering. Yes, that's right. What else have we got? Okay, so as I was over there last night, you know I suffer a bit with the asthma. Sometimes a little what's those? You know the little tablets that you have for hay fever? You know, one of those. What antihistamine tablets. Antihistamine tablets sometimes help. So I had one just as I left the swimming pool before I was due to go to my sister's. And I got to my sister's, and actually very quickly the asthma started, didn't it? And I'm feeling all tight around my chest. Managed to get through the meal and sit on the settee, but I was puffing away yesterday on this thing. I must have done this 20 or 30 times while I was there. It's awful, and it wasn't releasing it at all. So I tried to have a little bit of sleep on the settee, you know, like that, because it was my sleep time. So at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm usually asleep, and I'm like that, you know. No, it's not happening. So eventually, early evening, I had to leave. It was about 6 o'clock because it just became. I could feel it getting tighter and tighter and tighter, and worse and worse. So I left the house eventually about 6 o'clock. By which time I was really, really tired, and I came back here. And actually, within 10 minutes of leaving the house, the chest released. It's something in the house. It's got to be the dog hairs. There's something there that makes my breathing really bad. Eventually managed to get back here. As I say, within 10 minutes of leaving the house, I could feel the tubes opening up, and I went straight to bed. I was so tired, and I woke up again. I think it was about 8:30. 8:30. I watched Holby City on the telly. I watched what else? I watched an episode of The Crown. I think I'm up to number 4. I'm not that far. Is it number 4? I'm up to the one where those of you that watch The Crown, I know there's some of you who watch The Crown. I'm up to the one where Charles is told that Camilla is going to marry the other bloke. Whatever that one is, that's the one I'm up to at the moment, okay? So I watched that, and then I came in here, and I had a little piece of electronics to put into the computer, a USB 3 card, because one of my computers, it needs to have a faster USB thing, and I got this little thing. you know, from Amazon. It's just a little piece of looks a bit like something like this, but a lot smaller. This is the video card that failed. You know, I don't know why. I might try and fix that. But it looks like a very small. Oh, God's sake! Did I do anything? It looks like a very small one of these. I mean, there's none of this gubbins on here. It's just like the card bit on there. So I'll put that in the machine. It was all Chinese. All right, written in Chinese. They're probably hacking into this program as we speak, the Chinese. Desperate for secrets about the United Kingdom. I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are hacking into this program as we speak. So I plugged it in and I thought, all right, well, let's see what happens. Plug and play. Wow. Immediately it started working. We didn't even go through. Sometimes you plug something into a board and it says Windows is now installing drivers. No, it just worked. How easy was that? The hardest bit was trying to get the little bloody screw in the top. You know where you put a screw in to hold the board in place? And this thing kept falling off the end of the screwdriver. Then it dropped onto the electronics. You ever drop a screw onto the electronics in a computer? Don't turn it on, okay? Because it might be shorting something out. You've got to get that screw out before you turn it on. And I just kind of tipped the big computer up like that, and it just rolled out. So I was lucky with that. And as I say, yeah, just plug and play, and it started working. So I've now got USB 3 sockets on there. So easy. I can't believe it. You know how it is with some of these stuff your computers. So I did that. And then, any idea what I might have done over that? Any idea? Can you see anything a little bit different in here today? Do you like it? My Christmas backdrop. My Christmas backdrop, which I put out. I had to put it on there, and then I iron it because it's got a lot of lines in there. Because you always find someone who will point out, oh, it's a little bit scrunchy over there. Oh, the corner isn't quite put up right. Oh, you haven't ironed the bit next to the third bauble on the left. You always get someone like that sitting there looking for faults all the time and very happily pointing them out. Anyway, so I ironed that on the wall. It's actually stretched. You've got to stretch it out a little bit. Although you can't stretch it out too. If you stretch it out in one place too much, another part will get like bits like that, you know. But I think I've done it all right. And I'm looking at my screen there. You see the bit that I want you to see. I'll show you the wider angle, and you'll see it put up more like that. You see, there you go. See, it's along there and along the top and all that. All right. So that's the Christmas backdrop. No doubt you're commenting on that. And I shall now read some of your lovely comments coming in this morning. Morning to Adam the Plumber. Morning. Hello to Mark Bowles. Retro Boy 94. Good morning, Retro Boy. That's a great name, Retro Boy. Mandy Davenport in the house. Good morning to Tim Partington. Yvonne Lemon. Morning, Yvonne. Thank you, Yvonne, for your email. She hasn't received her pen yet. I'd give it a little while longer. It's Christmas. Things are going to be a bit slow in the post at the moment, Yvonne. So if I sent it, you won it on Sunday. Would have been sent Monday, Tuesday. Well, it's only an extra day so far. So hang on there. Give it a week or so. Tim, are you 54 today, Tim? Happy birthday to you, sir. Happy birthday to Tim, 54 today. Will you come up on my birthday list? Are you on there, Tim? Let me have a look, then I can sing to you at the end of the show. We do like a bit of singing. That's the most, I think, possibly the most popular part of it. Why isn't that coming up? Oh, there we are. Possibly the most popular part of my show is when I sing. I do think that's the case. There he is, and he's raising money today for prostate cancer. Okay, so happy birthday to Tim Partington, king of all karaoke, 54 years old today. Happy birthday to you, Tim. Morning to Sean Pye. Good morning, Fran Green. Morning, Fran. Thank you for your little email yesterday, my darling. Mick likes the new Christmas video. You'll be seeing that right up to 2 weeks after Christmas, okay? Because there are 12 days of Christmas. On the first day of Christmas, my true love sent to me a partridge in a pear tree. That's my Christmas number at karaoke nights. Thank you. Mark likes the start there. Good morning to Mikey Mike. Mike Reese-Ponto is there. Good morning. Hello, John Aitken. Morning. Can I just tell you, those opening titles were done about 6 weeks ago. Yes, I always try and do things way in advance, so if I have a little bit of a problem, I can sort it out. But they were done as soon as that was a garden centre. That was. It comes up right at the. I can't remember the name of the garden. Some Woodside. Is it Woodside Garden Centre? Something like that, I think it is. But right at the end of that opening sequence comes up the title of it. I think or is it the beginning? Somewhere there comes up the name of the garden centre. If you missed it, you'll have to watch again tomorrow and see it there. Thank you. Good morning, Michael Pullman. Thank you, Adam. Liking the new, everyone's liking the new opening thing there. Good morning to LaBelle, who's liking the holiday backdrop. Thank you, LaBelle. There's another one, by the way, which is up at the house. So you'll be able to see that hopefully Saturday morning. So I've got two different ones. This is for the one down here in Lincolnshire, up here in Lincolnshire, and there's a different one for the one in Bracknell in Berkshire. Yeah, there we go. Mark hasn't had his calendar or pen yet, so they're all stuck in the post somewhere. Yeah, there's 3 people now complain they haven't got their stuff yet. I mean, what do you want me to do? Come round and personally deliver it? 50 quid postage, and I'll do that. 50 quid. Send me a 50 quid and I will personally deliver it for you. We're at the mercy of the post office. That's how it is. Thank you. Mick loves the rock as well. Yes, a lovely, lovely gift from my niece, that is. Really, really nice. Thank you. Yvonne Lemon likes the Christmas tree. Thank you. Tim's had his first Christmas dinner of the year. Same as me, Tim. A very pleasant restaurant in Kingston called Wildwood. Okay, Wildwood. I had a burger and sweet potato fries. I'm not keen on those sweet potato fries. Oh, hang on. I might have made a mistake here. I'm trying to sit on my foot. I usually sit cross-legged, but my foot is still giving me a bit of a problem. I am, funnily enough, mentioning my feet there, in the shower yesterday after the swimming pool, I looked down. I don't think I'd looked at my foot properly since I had the accident on Friday. It is so bruised all over the toes, big purple mark all around the ankle area, and it's still quite swollen up. My niece and my sister strapped it up yesterday. They said, "Oh, you should have this strapped up." I don't know why, but so I've got this blue bandage on there at the moment, which I'll have to take off when I get to the swimming pool anyway. But there we are. Yes, Tim's been to a restaurant in Kingston called Wildwood. That sounds nice. Burger and sweet potato fries. I'm not keen on those sweet potato fries. I like chips as chips. You know, my favourite chips are the ones in Five Guys, I've got to say. Well, no, they're not classed as chips. Fries. My favourite fries are the ones in Five Guys with the Cajun seasoning. Oh, they're hot. Oh, they're absolutely gorgeous. Make your tongue tingle. Five Guys, but a bit expensive. It's very expensive in Five Guys. He also had a raspberry lemonade, 20 quid. 20 quid burger sweet. That sounds a little bit on the pricey side for me, Tim. But if you're happy paying that, that's fine. I mean, I'm going to the Mandarin Oriental on Tuesday next week for an afternoon tea. That's expensive. But that's a little Christmas treat. Adam loves the music, a cross between Roadshow and a Christmas version of the Antiques Roadshow. But joking aside, it looks fantastic. Yet again, you've exceeded yourself. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Adam. You may also notice, those of you watching on a large television, that the quality of the show this week should have improved quite a bit. Those of you watching on a large widescreen telly, I've managed to up the resolution now with the USB 3 thing, and that to those of you technically minded to 19. I can tell you. Hang on a minute. Can't remember what it's called now. Let's have a look. 1920 by 1080. 1920 by 1080. Okay, that's the screen resolution. Although I did drop the frame rate back down to 30 again because the computer was having trouble keeping up with that. Tim, it's a staff Christmas party next week. Better on whether we'll all be drunk. I've never seen you drunk, Tim. I don't believe you get drunk. I think you're far too sensible to get drunk, Tim. Would I be right or not? Would it be right or not? That's right, Tim. Thumbs up. The thumbs up, when I say can you do a thumbs up, it's underneath the video. That's where you see like thumbs up and thumbs down. Sometimes we go through a little stages where someone gives you a thumbs down all the time. That's fine, whatever you want to do. But yeah, there's a thumbs up and a thumbs down there. I think they do it. Oh, let's do a thumbs down today and see if he mentions it. I think it's a bit like that, you know. Sad keyboard warriors, they're called. Keyboard warriors. John Aitken, the Royal Variety Show was awful last night. Didn't watch it, I'm afraid. No, I don't know. I'm not really into that anymore for some reason. I don't know why. I didn't pull into it. I didn't even look to see who was on it. Petula Clark was the best thing on it. I cried when she sang Feed the Birds. Oh, did she really? Oh, that's a lovely song. Feed the birds, tuppence a bag. Tuppence, tuppence, tuppence a bag. Did you cry then, John? Oh. Oh, okay then, please yourself. Good morning to one man and his Sprinter van. George Bond in the house. Good morning, George. You know, seeing you, I know you text in sometimes. I haven't turned on my text phone yet. How unprofessional. Mike, a few friends I work with are off on our Christmas party night on Friday at Millrive Holiday Village, Hayling Island, which is along the coast from Portsmouth. Yeah, it's quite well known, isn't it, Hayling Island? I know where that is, yeah, Hayling Island. Worstlife. You did not like Westlife. Worstlife. Worstlife. My favourite song by Worstlife is My Love. So I say a little prayer where the skies are blue. Da 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 da. My love. Boom. Da 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 da. It's the drum that does it. It's that drum that comes between the chorus and the verse. Does it for me in that song. The skies are da 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 da. My love. Boom. Da 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 da. You know the bit I mean, don't you? We like Westlife. Well, a bit old now, aren't they? Bit old and haggard now. Westlife, dear me. Dear me. Morning to Mick Davon. Oh, sorry, Mick says he was performing in Coming Away. Was that who was that? Oh, hang on a minute. I've gone a little bit too far. John says it's a big... Yes, it is. It's a big pebble. That is exactly correct. It is a big pebble, not a rock. It is a big pebble. Pebble. Sorry, I'm doing 10 things at the time here. Simon Keane writes, Mr. Chop Chop, with reference to Jo Swinson. Oh, Jo Swinson. Hello, my name's Jo Swinson, and I want to be on the telly. ITV won't put me on the telly. Put me on the telly. Put me on the telly. Please vote for me. I'm going to be the next Foreign Minister. My name's Jo Swinson. She's awful. She is the most irritating. She's even more irritating than Katie Price. And that is saying something, isn't it? Jo Swinson, please go away. Mind you, she'll be looking for another job on Thursday, I reckon. You know, McDonald's always looking for people, Joe. But please don't drop your teeth in the fryer, my love. Mr. Chop Chop, with reference to Jo Swinson, someone said she's a winner. They are correct. She is a winner. The Grand National. Oh, Simon, you're a terrible dear. Simon. Thank you, Simon. Terrible you are. Terrible. Thank you very much to Louise in London, who informed me. I was testing the new stream. I was trying to do something to the computer yesterday. So after the show, after I said goodbye to you, it was carrying on. But you shouldn't have seen it. I accidentally left Vaughan Live on. So sorry about that. Okay. Tim, in case you haven't heard, boys and girls going along the same lines of last night's Raw Variety show, Sunday night at the London Palladium is coming to Talking Pictures. Sunday night at da 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 da. Da, 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 da. I love it. Bruce Forsyth, of course, made his name on there, didn't he? He absolutely did. Jason, that's right. Jason Hughes is in the house. Morning, Jason. People are racist towards black cats. They absolutely are. You could say that. People don't know. It's not quite true, is it? People don't want black cats because apparently they don't look good in pictures. Black cats are beautiful. My lodger, about 25 years ago, I had a lodger, Lewis, nice bloke, and he had a black cat named Khan. I was going out with someone at the time and he called it Khan, Prince of Darkness, because it was so friendly. This cat was big and it was friendly. We love cats. We love cats. Morning, Claire. Did you finish the pizza off once you'd picked it up again, or did you take it as an omen that you weren't supposed to? I ate it, Claire. I'm sorry, Claire, I ate it. In those 2 weeks I was on holiday, I managed to put on £3, dear. Good job I was only there two weeks. Can you just imagine it? Thank you, Claire. John, black cats are good luck. My other half wants one, but I'd rather have a ginger Tom, and it's called Garfield. Have two, but get them at the same time. Get them at the same time as kittens, otherwise you might have a bit of aggro between the two. All right. Rob likes the balls on my tree. Very festive. Thank you very much, Rob. They are very pretty, aren't they? Very, very pretty. Where are we? Just let me scroll down there. Thank you, Rob. Tim would like to have a snowy white cat and call it Pointless. Oh, I can't stand that programme on the telly. Quiz programmes on the telly these days are so slow. You know, give us the questions and give us a buzzer. You know, what is 1 + 1? 2. That's correct. That's how I like my quizzes. Not, what is 1 + 1? Well, I don't think it's going to be 3 because that's too many. 5 is also too many. Would it be 2? Okay, so you're saying 2. Are you sure you want to check? Oh, for Christ's sake, get on with it, dear. On and on they go. Just give us the damn answer. Why do they go around the bushes? Because they're trying to fill in the time. Maybe they've run out of questions, so they have to ask less questions and fill in the time with pointless chat. I mean, why would you want to sit there watching something that is just full of pointless chat? I don't know. Tim sent some Chinese there. What does that mean, Chinese? Hard to believe the Chinese would ever hack into the show. Why is that then, Tim? I hope you're not saying that the Chinese wouldn't be interested in my show. I've got the entire world watching this. Donald Trump gets up early just to watch this, dear. And our other friend over there in Russia, Mr. Putrid. Lovely man, lovely man. Good morning to Paul Jordan. Morning to you, sir. Hello to Abel Mike. Morning, you. One of my there's probably one. Would be very surprised if it wasn't one or more of my fridge magnets in China. I think there's a couple of people on here who keep winning things. I've noticed that there's people for whatever reason because you can't fix it. You know, when I do the raffle, someone's going to win one of those again on Monday. If you're new to the show, welcome along. We do a raffle every Monday. And you can win one of those. You'll need a raffle ticket for that. And later on this show, I'll be giving out raffle tickets. So hang around and you'll get one of those. If you're watching a recording of the show, you can get a raffle ticket as well. Just email me to that email address and say, can I have a raffle ticket for the show dated 11th of December? You must put the date of the show and then I'll reply to you with your raffle ticket number. And you can claim your raffle ticket right up to about an hour before the next show starts. Okay? So I'll be giving out the raffle tickets for those a little bit later. Thank you, George. Likes the Christmas backdrop. Thank you. Good morning to Ian Days. Morning, young Ian. Who else have we got here? Aha! Yvonne. Now, Yvonne sent me an email earlier saying that she hadn't received her pink pen because she won the bingo on Sunday. There's no bingo this Sunday. Oh, there's a slight change. Slight change. There's no bingo this weekend at all. Okay, so no bingo on Sunday. The next weekend after that, so that will be... Oh, God. Now you're asking. I haven't got a calendar here, have I? 15. We were supposed to be doing a bingo again on Sunday the 22nd, but I won't be down south. I'll be up north. I'll be here. Okay? So we're going to shift that to Saturday morning the 21st. Okay? So the next bingo will be Saturday morning the 21st. Otherwise, there wouldn't have been any at all. So we'll just move that one to the Saturday morning with the added advantage. There's plenty of people that they join us at different times. So, you know, some of you are there all the time. Some people are there in the day shows. Some people for the night shows. So it gives the daytime people a little chance to do that as well. So the next bingo will be Saturday morning the 21st of December. You need to register for the bingo. I have to put you into the system. So you need to register by the Friday before. That'll be the 20th. So if you send me an email, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk, say, please can you add me to the bingo? Then I can add you to the system and I'll reply to your email a couple of days later to tell you that you've been added. All right? But that's when the next... So it won't be Sunday the 22nd. It will be Saturday the 21st of December. Otherwise, it would have been 2 weeks with no bingo. And I don't think you could stomach that. that, could you? There would be letters of complaint here. God knows I get enough of them now, love. Do you know what I do? Feel free to write as many letters of complaint as possible, because I'm always looking to print off letters of complaint to put them in the toilet, just next to the toilet paper, and that's where I use them. Thank you very much. Woodside Garden Centre, that's the one, Tim. Woodside Garden Centre was where the opening video was done, and as I say, you'll see that every week, every day, right up to 12 days after Christmas, okay? Yvonne, as I say, has now received her pink pen, because she wrote to me this morning, said she hasn't received it. So she's received it now, very pleased about that. It works lovely. Excellent, excellent. Glad you got your pen there, Yvonne. All right, she won that at the bingo last Sunday. You still haven't been to the Wolseley for afternoon tea? No, I haven't, John. Perhaps I'll have to think about taking someone there. You never know. Taking someone nice there. I don't know. Hello to Vadicus. Hello to you from Wakanda. Where is Wakanda, please? I don't know where that is. Wakanda. Wakanda. Whoa. Is it? No, that sounds all right. Wakanda. I'm going to look that up. Where is Wakanda? Have you tripped me up with that one? You might have done. There's certain people up here that... Oh, it's in Africa. Wakanda is located in East Africa. Really? Gosh. Between South Sudan, Uganda, Kenya and Ethiopia. Okay, it's a real place. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Thank you very much. Jenkuku action is coming to Zulu. I don't know what Zulu is. What is that? Is that a place as well? Let me have a look. What is it? Zalal? Oh, is that a place as well, is it? Zalal is... That's a place as well. Is that... That's? Oh, no, it says the Zulu. Oh, no, nothing's come up there. Bye-bye, Rob. Cheerio, sir. Morning to Burb. Morning, Burb, who says I'm a good singer. You must have something wrong with your ears, my love. I don't think I'm a particularly good singer, but thanks for your comments there. John's favourite Westlife song, Flying Without Wings. Oh, a little bit depressed. Was a bit depressing, that one. I'm not keen on that one. Didn't Westlife sing Mandy? Ooh. I don't know. Don't know that one. All right. Mandy had a black cat called Mojo and a white one called the Oddball. Oh, bless. We love cats. We love cats. We obviously love cats. Jason, I do. Jason, you obviously don't want to watch Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. No, I didn't really take to that, really. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Adam, just been to Aldi, bought all his Christmas presents for the staff at the office. 35 quid. Aldi have got very good prices, actually. They're pretty good, they are. All right, let me just scroll down a bit. Yes, Wakanda is a fictional country located in sub-Saharan Africa, created by Marvel Comics. Oh, is that right? Oh, I didn't know that. I'd never heard of it. I'd never heard it. And he also says Westlife did record a version of Mandy. Oh, Mandy, well, you came and you gave without taking. I love it. We do like a bit of Mandy. Thank you very much. Mr. Manilow, good. So that's that. Right, we've got some little stories here. A lot of stories here, and then we'll do this week's today's raffle tickets rather. The computer I use to get the news stories runs off Wi-Fi. The broadcast computer is plugged directly into the router, and I've noticed it's got a lot slower since I've got my Amazon Echoes and my smart plugs, and I'm wondering if they're all sharing the same frequency. In which case, I might run another cable from... I don't know if it's the computer or the Wi-Fi, to be honest. I'm not sure what it is. I might get a long... what are they called? Ethernet lead and wire that one straight into the router as well to see if that improves it. I'm not sure if it's that or the computer. Well, flying. Who goes flying? Do you go flying much? You know, country to country. Well, there's a plane here. Remember this, next time your plane lands, I want you to think about this as you're going along the runway. I love that bit. You know, where it comes down. I don't know if it's the pilots or the weather that causes, but sometimes, you know, it can come down and you see it coming down, and then the road's getting closer, isn't it? Not the road, the runway's getting closer, and it's coming down, and then sometimes it's felt, and you feel, oh, is it down? You know, it was so smooth. I love time, especially if it's been a little bit turbulent. You know, I've been on a plane that's gone like that. Oh my God, a couple of times. That is scary. That's quite scary. And this plane that's trying to land, and you can feel it going like this. We're a crosswinds, that's it, in crosswinds. There's some fantastic plane landings in crosswinds on YouTube. Type in landing in crosswinds. There's some really scary landings there. Anyway, so you're on the plane, you can feel it going like that, and then going like that, and going like that, and going like that. And then in a really windy condition, you hear bang, and it's gone down like that. As it's gone down, and then you hear him shove the motors into reverse. You know, and these jets are screaming, dear. They are as it's trying to slow the plane down. I love it. I love it, especially when there's children and people in the back screaming, "We're gonna die, we're gonna die." Well, in the Daily Mirror this morning, flights from Liverpool's John Lennon Airport have been delayed or cancelled after a private jet skidded off the runway. Emergency service were called to the scene following the incident this morning. There's been an incident, boys. An incident. Some flights have been grounded, while others have been diverted to Manchester. And the spokesman told the Liverpool Echo, "I can confirm that around 6 a.m. this morning, a private business jet, I can only ever dream of having one of those." Just think, if you sent enough cash through the post, you know, I could possibly have a private super jet and come round and visit each and every one of you. I would expect, all I would ask for is a cup of tea in your homes. Please let me turn up at your house as it is. Don't go to any effort at all to clean up. I know there are some of you living in absolute dumps. If you could just let me know, my house isn't very clean, that's okay. I can put on one of those suits. You know, like those suits that they deal with people who have got a nasty virus or something like that. I'll put one. As I get off my plane with my... I know, it would be like the Pope. As I come down the steps of my private jet, I will get on my hands and knees. No, I won't do that. Stop that now, please. This is a family show. Please. A little bit of decorum in the house this morning. God, what is wrong with your minds? I will get down on my hands and knees and I will kiss the earth in front of me, or the tarmac in front of me, just like the Pope does. And then I'll be able to shake your hands. You know, if you're sort of a nice looking lad, you might even get a hug as well. Okay. I could visit every one of your houses. A private jet. Barry Manilow's got a private jet, you know. Oh yes. I don't know if this is true or not, but he was overheard in a conversation at some concert that he'd gone to, and there was rapping going on. Now, I quite like old style rapping. I'm certainly not keen on drill music. Have you heard that? That is scary. Drill music. Rapping like what's the name of it? Like a bit salt and peppery rappering, you know. Dun, 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 dun. And who's the other one? Oh gosh, 1980s. It's getting something. Oh gosh, what was the name of that rap? Very, very big rap song in the 1980s. Anyone remember it? 1980s, a big rap song. It's Like That. I think it was called It's Like That. Who sung that? Anyone? And he was overheard saying, "Is this talking music?" Like, as in rap music. "Is this talking music?" And whoever was with him, he said yes. He said, "Okay, can you bring the jet round now, please?" I don't think he liked it. I like to see Barry Manilow doing rap. Old school rapping. That's right, Mandy. Old school rapping. But I can't remember what the rap is. I'll come back to some of your messages. Run DMC, thank you very much. Mick, Michael, Tim, Run DMC. That's the one. It kept the Spice Girls off the top spot. Well, let's be honest, that wasn't hard. I was never a fan of the Spice Girls, and I've become more of an unfan of the Spice Girls when a very, very dear friend of mine, Charlotte, who she does DJing, and she stopped DJing, became a teacher, moved to Gran Canaria with her girlfriend, and she's back here now, and she's got back into DJing after a big gap, that takes some doing, that does. If you're a DJ, okay, you're all right as a youngster, you can come in and out as you want. Once you get older, if you come out of it, very, very difficult to get back in again. You've got to look sort of reasonably young, and that. If you've kept it going all the time, then you're okay. But if you come out of it, it would be very difficult to come in. You know, I came out of it about 2 years ago, and sometimes I think, oh, maybe I'd just like to do a little gig. But you must remember, I'm now behind 2 years with the music. So that was very difficult. But she managed to get back into it again. She managed to get back into it again, and full marks to her. But yes, wonderful girl she is. Where was I going with that one? Spice Girls. Oh, yes. And she met one of the Spice Girls at a party, and she went up to her. She would have been about 25 at the time, I think, something like that. And she went up to the Spice Girl. I don't want to say what one. And she said, oh, I just want to say you're really great. And the Spice Girl looked at her and said, yeah, all right then. And walked off. Nah, not nice. Not nice, is it? Not nice. Back to this story then. I can confirm around 6 o'clock in the morning, a private business jet with 4 people on board, 3 crew and a passenger, landed okay, but then came off on the grass. It slid off the runway. God! So next time you land, I mean, maybe we should just have a lot of larger people on the plane. Then it won't skid. Actually, that makes no difference at all. You know, I know that for a fact because I had a Land Rover once. A beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Land Rover, which I loved, but very expensive to maintain and put the petrol. I mean, this is 20 years ago now. I loved my Land Rover. I had 3, actually, one after the other. I had 3 Land Rovers. And when I was doing sort of big time, not massive, but big time DJ, bigger than I do now, big time DJ type thing. And when the money was coming in, I bought these Land Rovers, one after the other. And there was a bit of snow on the road, and if there's ice on the road, you still slip. Doesn't matter however you are, you will still slide on that road. Very dangerous. This must have been what happened on the plane, I would guess. It says there's no injuries because where it ended up, we have had to close the runway. Passengers are advised to check with airlines before travelling. So next time you're on one of those planes or something like that, and it lands and it's a bit cold outside, sit there and wonder, will it stop or will it slide off the runway? You best to get yourself another little drink before it stops, okay? Scrolling. Oh, thank you, Jason. I've just read that one. How did you know I was going to read that? We must be on the same level, Jason, you and I. Our minds are connected. How spooky. Do-do-do-do-do-do. 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 Yeah, it's very spooky, Jason. By the way, I hope I'm not looking so washed out now as well. Okay, I listen to what people say. Sometimes I don't always have time to answer, but I do listen to what people say. Jason was saying I was looking rather washed out on the camera last week, and I had the light in front of me up far too high. Yes, Mick says you can only run so many devices on your router or it will start lagging. Do you mean by Wi-Fi? So all those things are connected to my router Wi-Fi. I think it's the Wi-Fi that's the problem. If I connect directly into it with another cable, should be all right. Actually, there's a computer shop by the swimming pool. I might pop in there and see if he's got a long Ethernet cable, and I'll run another one. Or I don't have my cable thing at the moment. Oh, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. My caravan's not tidy. It's like my house, not particularly tidy. As long as I know where things are, I'm not particularly bothered. Yeah, my mum used to tidy things around. Mum, have you seen my... Yeah, I'll put it away for you. Yeah, but where? Oh, it's in the cupboard. Yeah, what cupboard? Yeah, the one on the left. Which drawer number? Can't find anything. Put it away. Everything's been put away. Adam's... Oh dear. Adam is concerned. His connection just buffered. And all I heard you say was you do love a bit of Mandy. Is anyone else buffering this morning? I haven't got any problems, have I? No, we're going out fairly well today. No red lights coming on. No dropped frames. It's all good today. It's all good. Jason likes Spice Girls. Okay, yeah, a lot of people do. Very popular. They just weren't for me. That's weren't for me. A private jet with Manilow and his four fans. Are you for real, Mick? You've never been to a Barry Manilow concert at the O2 standing up room only? Pfft, dear me. Good morning to Ray Reynolds. Saying it's looking very festive in here. Yes, Ray, there's 2 backdrops, one for here and one up the house, which you'll see on Saturday, okay? Thank you very much, Jason. Excellent. Connect it direct to the router. Yes, I'll see if I can get a long cable. It won't cost much anyway, about 15-20 quid, will it? For really, because it's got to go from here all the way to the router. Oh, well, actually, I better check where I've got another plug. I should have another plug on the back of the router. It's a 4G router. You know that, Mick, don't you? There's no physical connection to the caravan. This is all over 4G. Amazing, isn't it? We had some big problems with that a few months ago, and you may remember that the telephone network 3, completely went down one day. Yeah, and it was down for hours. The whole network went down. Do you remember that in the paper? Right. Well, after it came back up, since then, fingers crossed. So I think it affected a lot more people, not just me. They were doing something, and they weren't whatever it was what they were doing. It was mucking up the entire network. I think it's probably something to do with their 5G rollout, because Free have now announced that their 5G rollout has been put back because they say they can't get planning permission, and there's some other reason. I think something to do they can't get the equipment in on time or something like that. But I think it's because they realised whatever they were doing was really mucking up the entire network there. One more story, then we'll do today's raffle tickets, okay? Disgusting. In the Daily Mirror, I hope you're not having your breakfast this morning yet. And there's a picture. There is a picture of this long worm. It is the most revolting thing. And it says, this is the disgusting 32-foot long tapeworm. 32-foot long tapeworm. A horrified man pulled out of his bottom while using the toilet. Oh! Oh my God. Well, at least he got it out. Not like when you've got constipation. Isn't that awful, girls, when you get that? This bloke at 44 felt something. This bloke who's 44 felt something sticking out of his bottom yesterday and yanked the live parasite free. The repulsed father, who's in eastern Thailand, described its texture as sticky and stretchy. It felt like I hadn't finished going to the toilet, like something was left. Turns out there was something sticking out of my bottom. Pictures, and there are pictures of this, which I can't show you, pictures show the long tapeworm wriggled up on the toilet. He took pictures of it and then flushed the parasite down the loo. And this thing, he's wrapped it round his hand. Oh, God. He added, I'd just finished dropping my child off at school and run some errands when I had to go for a number 2. I got up to see what it was, wriggling in his stomach. He said the worm, which he estimated to be 32 foot long, slithered on the cistern. The dad is unsure how it got inside him in the first place. Tapeworms are flat, ribbon-like worms that can live in your gut if you swallow their eggs or small, newly hatched worms. How would you swallow those? Tapeworm infections are rare in the UK, but fairly common in other parts of the world. Don't they come on meat? The worms can occasionally spread to other parts of the body and cause serious problems, but most are easily treated and won't cause any serious problems. They can grow up to 55 foot long and can survive in your stomach for up to 25 years. Have you felt anything wriggling around in your stomach? Maybe you've got a tapeworm in there. How awful. How absolutely awful. Nasty. That is nasty. Jason is going to give Greg's a miss today. I think pork. I think pork is one of the causes of tapeworms, isn't it? If it's not cooked properly. See, when I was eating dead animals, and it's some years ago now, when I used to eat dead animals like pork or steak, I would always literally burn the meat. I cook it so much that it would end up tough and burn. There's people, how you can eat, I mean, as you know, I'm vegetarian, but how anyone can eat a piece of dead animal, cut into it, and be satisfied that there's blood pouring out of this thing before you put it into your mouth, I do not know. That is beyond me. It really is. Awful. No spaghetti from Mick Davenport today. You don't get it from spaghetti. It's from, I think one of the things is from pork. I'm pretty sure pork. If they get the little eggs in the pork and then you eat the eggs and then the tapeworm grows inside you. Nasty. All right, let's do today's raffle tickets. Who wants a raffle ticket? And then we'll do the birthdays, gang. Oh, got hiccups. Who wants a raffle ticket this morning? This is for the raffle on Monday. You can win one of those. Okay, win one of those. Matthew Van. Thank you, Matthew. Morning, Matthew. 412 for Matthew. 413 for Yvonne Lemon. 414 for Mick Davenport. I got a lovely email from Virginia Gonzalez last night. A lovely email from Virginia Gonzalez. She won the fridge magnet this Monday, so she won a lovely email. So thank you very much for the fridge magnet, because I couldn't remember if she was USA. It said, like, at the end of her email, it said CA, and then there was a number, like a zip code, but I wasn't sure, and it might have been Canada. I don't know the American addresses, so I just sent it, so I haven't sent hers off yet. And Roy Brownlow's, that will be sent off this morning. That hasn't been sent off yet. It's in the envelope, already done, but I didn't get to send it off because it's still in the car at the moment, but that'll be going off today. And she said, thank you very much for that. I am indeed in the USA. She wanted to say, I want to thank you a lot for entertaining the show, and she'll continue to watch, of course. Now she's won the fridge magnet, she won't be asking for another raffle ticket, right? Because she knows how expensive it is, and it is quite expensive to send stuff off to the US. She said, and now that I've got one, she said, I won't be asking for another one. Thank you very much, to give other people a go. Isn't that nice? A lovely, lovely email from Virginia Gonzalez. So she'll be watching this. So thank you very much for that, Virginia. Much appreciated. All right, darling. Mick Davenport is, yes, a 414. Adam the Plumber, 415. 416 for the lovely Diane Jebb. That's not to say, you know, you can't. Please feel free to win as much as you want. You know, just because you won one, you can keep winning if you want. But I just wanted to read that to you, and I thought, what a nice person to send something like that. Diane Jebb, Mandy Davenport, 417, 418 for Jason Hughes, 419 for Sean Pye. Is someone going to ring my doorbell? No, that's probably the post. That'd be the post lady at my house down south. Oh yes, we're all covered with cameras there. Sean Pye, Michael Pullman, 420, 421 for Tim Partington. Thank you, Tim. Raffles on Monday, Tim. Okay, usually somewhere between around about 9:15 to 10 o'clock, somewhere between there usually. Okay, 422 for the lovely Claire. George Bond is bustling. Are you bustling, George? Thank you, George. 423. Hello, Sam. Morning, Sam. Sam is in the house. Sam 5458 is there. Morning, Sam. Ticket number 424 for you, Sam. Okay, Sam 458. Mike Responto 45. Did I say 458? Did I just say 458? Why would I say 45? Oh, it's your number, innit? For Sam 458. Losing the plot here. Sam 458, your ticket number 424. Okay. Mike Responto is 425. Thank you. Don't forget, if you could click your little thumbs up icon if you haven't done already at the bottom there. The YouTube algorithms look for things like that, and they stick you on other places so more people can discover us. You know, the thing about, and I've mentioned this a few times before, the thing about doing a little YouTube chat show is trying to get your name around. Trying to throw out the fact that you're actually doing a show and please watch this, and if you like it, stay. That it's very, very difficult to get it out there. It's taken me years to get the subscribers here. A lot of that due to my brother-in-law. He already had quite a large audience and mentioned it, and some people watched and some people didn't like it and some people stayed. I know a lot of you have come from there. You know, I am in debt to my brother-in-law for that. 426 for I've done you, George. Did I do you, George? Yes. George Bond is 423. Is that everyone? Oh, there we go. John Aitken, 426. John Aitken. Have I missed anyone out? Please speak now. 426. Anyone else want a raffle ticket? If I haven't done you yet, I'll be round. If I haven't done you yet, I'll be round. Don't you worry about that. Okay? Let's have a look there. Right, we'll do the birthdays in a second. Any more raffle tickets, please speak now. Now, this is one of the things there's a couple of things that worry me about life, particularly. One is dying, being put in a coffin, buried, and waking up. And you'd be on that coffin, wouldn't you? Trying to scratch out that box, and that is where you would die if you weren't dead already. I don't suppose it happens much now. You know, when you're dead, they take all your blood out and fill you with something else, and that's it, isn't it? But one of the other things that has worried me before is waking up during an operation. A hospital has admitted liability in this morning's Metro after a woman... Thank you very much, Ifona. Good morning, Ifona. She has sent me a £2 super chat. Yeah, baby. How marvellous. Thank you very much, Ifona. Don't leave yet. Please sing. Don't you worry, Ifona. I shall be singing happy birthday very, very shortly today. Very shortly I will sing happy birthday. Worry not, my dear. Okay? Jason's taken a fire extinguisher with him just in case he wakes up in a coffin. Hey, Mick came from Martin's show. There you go. Thank you, Mick. Anyway, back to this story. Thank you very much, Fiona. That's very kind of you to send £2. Very kind of you. If you want a super chat pen, Fiona, I don't have one here actually. I haven't got one here with me in the studio, have I? They're out there. Do you want to see them? Do you want to see? Shall I get you a super chat? Have you seen the super chat pens, Ifona? If you want one of those, okay, you're quite welcome to have one of those, or a super chat badge. We've still got loads of these left. You can have one of those as well. One of those. What you need to do though is send me your postal address to that email address. Send me your postal address. Say thank you very much. Please, can I have either that or a super chat pen, and tell me what colour pen you've got. If I've got one there, then I'll put one in there. Oh, I sent another one. Do you know you've sent me another £2, dear? That's £4 now. £4. Well, you can have two then. You can have two. Okay, so just let me know. Well, you can have. Why don't you have a badge and a pen? Why don't you have a badge and a pen? I can put them both in the same envelope. And but you need to send me your postal address, and I'll pop those in the post for you. Anyone who sends a super chat can have one of those or one of our super chat pens. Okay, whichever one you want. Write your colour down that you want. If I've got that colour, I'll put it in the envelope. If I've not, I'll put a different colour in. Okay, might not have that colour. We've already run out of nearly of reds. I think there's one red pen left. I think Rachel had the last one of those. All right. She wants me to sing. Oh, don't leave, don't leave. I do have to go at some point, my darling. I'm afraid. I'll tell you what. I'll do the other three news stories that I've got here. I'll stay for a little bit longer. Okay, stay. What was that E17 song? That was a Christmas song, wasn't it? The E17 one. Mark Bowles. Hello, Mark. 427 for Mr. Mark Bowles. Thank you, Mark. All right. Good. A hospital was admitted liability after a woman was operated on while conscious. leaving her with post-traumatic stress disorder, lawyers have said. That's scary. That's all right, Ifona. Stay another day, E17. That's the one. I like that one. The white Parker tucker. I remember sitting there as a young person, not a child, but certainly as a young person watching that on the telly. I thought it was really nice. Is it Brian singing that? Not now. I think I would have been about. What year was that? E17. What year would that be? Anyone? Anyway. Back to the story in this morning's Metro. The woman, who wants to remain anonymous, said she screamed in agony when a surgeon cut into her belly button during an operation at Yeovil Hospital. Oh, I don't know. I mean, I do have occasional stomach issues. I don't think I want a knife to be plunged in and me able to feel it. Mid-90s, was it? Was it mid-90s? The song, thank you, Tim. The song was featured on Pointless, a very boring quiz show, on BBC One Colour the other day. A number one hit, 1994. So, 63, 73, 83, 94. So I would have been 31 at the time. Oh, not so young after all, I suppose. Thank you very much. Retro Boy says, Yeovil is only half an hour from me, not a great hospital. Really? Okay, I don't really know anything about that. Wow. Anyway, the woman who wants to mind, she was screaming in agony. Medical negligence lawyers said she was given a spinal rather than a general anaesthetic during a gynecological procedure in 2018. What's that? Gynecological, is that's womb and women's things, isn't it? That sort of end of things. Following legal submissions, Yeovil District Hospital NHS Foundation Trust, which runs the hospital, admitted liability. The woman in her 30s said she screamed, but nobody could hear because she was wearing an oxygen mask and a curtain was up. How can you not hear a scream? I don't get that. She recalled remaining awake while a laparoscope was placed inside her and her abdomen was filled with gas. Now, I can kind of relate to that a little bit. Obviously not on the pain level. What a terrible thing. Waking up while you're being operated on. That's awful. But about 3 years ago, I had a camera, shoved up. I don't dare tell you this part of the story. I will though. I didn't have any sedation, no anaesthetic, and no pain relief. I said, well, I don't want any of that. Are you sure? Yes, thank you very much. Do you think I'll be okay without the pain relief and without the anaesthetic? And this bloke looked me up and down and he said, yeah, I think you'll be all right. Okay, don't want it then. And there's one of the reasons for that is because when if you have this the anaesthetic, it's like it's not a knockout anaesthetic. It's makes you like not aware of what's going on around you. I mean, it's one. I used to go out to clubs 25 years ago and take stuff to make me feel like that. And yet, while at the operation, I didn't want it. Isn't that funny? And the reason is, once the operation, once the procedure is finished, it's finished. You haven't got to lay on a bed and wait. How long is this anaesthetic? Hello, are you okay now? No, we'll come back in an hour. You can be laying there for 2 or 3 hours while the blooming anaesthetic wears off, can't you? So I didn't have any of that. No pain relief. Okay, so I'm now going to explain to you what happens. It's okay if you're eating. You won't be put off by the way I explain this to you. So I'm laying there. You've got this gown on, which is backless. Okay, there's a little hole in the back. So you go and you lay on this bed and you kind of lay like that and sort of one leg up and sort of in a certain position and the camera goes in. And all the time there's a nurse looking straight at your face holding your hand. Not only that, there's a TV screen near your face. And if you want to watch what's going on, why, oh why would anyone want to watch that? Please tell me that. No, it's okay. I don't want to watch that. And I had this lovely, lovely Irish nurse who held my hand throughout the whole thing and talked to me, reassuring you. And how's it going? Oh, you're doing. I can't do accents. Oh, you're doing really well now, Mr. Reardon. Oh, call me Chris. Well, you're doing really well now. And then she said something about blokes, and I thought, how did she know I was gay? And then I remembered I hadn't had the anaesthetic. Stop it now! It's a family show, I keep telling you. These are just things that happen in my life, so I don't mind sharing them with you. So this camera's going up. But now and again, I'd get this pain. It wasn't the pain of the thing going in. He'd push a button. And the pain was because they would fill up your tubes, wherever the camera was at the time, with a bit of, I don't know what it is, air or oxygen or CO2. I don't know what it is. But they push a button to fill up, to expand the pipe, to have a little look around with the camera. That's when it hurts. That's when it hurts, because you're like pushing your pipes open like that. And I got a little bit of pain there. Would I do it again without anaesthetic or pain relief? Yes. Yes, because the pain that I got, I was fully awake. So I was like, oh, that's... he said, well, just another few seconds. And then he pushed another button, and I think that sucked all the air back out again. So I can relate to that lady being full with air and screaming in pain, because it would be stretching her stomach, you know? He probably feels like you're about to burst, but the surgeon or the doctor and the nurses, they know how much he's going to make you burst and how much doesn't. I suppose it could tear, I suppose. I don't know. But that's where, for me, that's where the pain was. Throughout my whole procedure, which I suppose took no more than 20 minutes maximum. No more than that, I would imagine. Maybe a little bit more. Certainly no more than half an hour. I would say probably about 20 minutes it was. Throughout the whole procedure, I would say I felt pain, always due to that thing, right? Not in pushing it up. You didn't really feel that at all. It's when they push the air in and it expands you inside. I felt that 3 times for about 8 seconds per time. That's it. And for that little bit of pain, for them then to pull it all out, oh, God knows what the mess was like afterwards. You know, you don't get mess because you have to have this powder stuff before, which makes you go. And believe me, it makes you go. Dreadful. Don't go anywhere if you've had this powder stuff. Do not move from more than 1 foot away from a toilet. Awful. Awful. But you've had this before. You've had it at night and you've had it in the morning before you've gone. Way before the journey, incidentally. Don't be having this stuff 10 minutes before your journey. At 2 hours before. Minimum. Let 2 hours pass between when you've taken that stuff and you go on your journey, okay? And preferably go in the car, because if there is an accident, you don't want that to happen on a bus or a train, nothing. Okay? And then they pull this thing out, and then that's it. And then you go in another room, and I say, how you feeling? I said, fine, really? Okay, she says, we'll get you a sandwich, and then they give you a sandwich and a cup of tea for some reason. Okay? You have the sandwich, and then about half an hour later, after I've had my sandwich and cup of tea, you sit there watching the telly. She says, you all right? I said, yeah. She said, okay, you can go home now. And like within half an hour of me having the procedure, I was back in the car. Had I have had that anaesthetic, I would have been 2-3 hours or even more than that while this blooming stuff is wearing and then the rest of the night you're a bit, oh, don't feel well. You're a bit like that, you know. So not all that. Not all that, really. Okay, read some more of your messages. Oh, sorry. Where are we now? I did your Mark's raffle ticket? Yes, thank you, Retro Boy. Let me see. Yeah, well, subs is how it is, you know, subscriptions, yes, that's how it is. You know, you like I said to you, Fiona, the whole thing about doing a show is trying to get your name around so that other people know about it. You know, not everyone will like it, probably. Maybe if you're lucky to get like 10% of the people click on for the first time and stay, I think you'd probably be doing fairly well. It's a bit niche, this show, you know, it's not like... not like loads and loads of people would like it, but you have to find your little group. You know, your little group of people that might like what you do. For example, you know, football, massively popular. Football channels on YouTube, very popular. Have I subscribed to one? No, I can't stand the game. You have to find what the people that like you to join, and that's actually very difficult on YouTube. I've found anyway. Are we voting tomorrow? Yeah, I've already done mine. Fiona, already done my vote. I did it by postal vote this time. First time I've done that, which was quite easy. And the reason is I'm not at my house at the moment. I'm up in Lincolnshire. So that's why I did that. Oh, Mick looked up and had a good view of his bowels. Why would you want to see that? Why would you want to see that? Fiona wants to know what everyone's voting for. So, I mean, if you want to say that, that's fine. We tend to steer clear of politics or anything that's too serious, Fiona. We try and keep it quite light-hearted here. Okay? Well, the pain and suffering. Thank you very much. All right. Mick wasn't in pain. I just had the dull ache, and yes, the vanilla stuff is lethal. Oh, you had the vanilla one. Well, they do different ones. They do like an original one, which doesn't really taste of anything, and they do a lemon one. They do an orange one as well. An orange one. I actually have 2 of those sachets every morning to keep everything working. See, honestly, I have 2. It's when you have 6 that I think you get really big sachets. The ones I have are very small, but I think it's a similar thing there. Okay, you just go around walking like John Wayne. Oh, I was fine, Jason, strangely enough. Here's an idea. Now, again, I can kind of relate to this. There is a sign on the swimming pool, like a big banner type thing. And it says, your swim today, you burnt up to 350 calories in half an hour. I think it said something like 300. Swimming burns about 350 calories in half an hour. I'm in the pool for about 45, 50 minutes. So I do quite well in that swimming pool. And this is a similar thing relating in today's Daily Mail. And it says labelling food and drinks with the amount of exercise needed to burn off the calories inside encourages healthier choices, researchers suggest. Do you think this would work? Would this work for you? If there was like a bag of crisps and they've all got calorie numbers on them. I had this thing from Aldi last night, actually. It's Slimwell, and it was Moroccan, I think it was Moroccan vegetable stew, right? And there was hardly any, it was something like 150 calories in this thing. And it says you can have it with rice. I didn't have it with anything. I'll be honest with you, it was a year out of date. It's been in the freezer. It was a year. I don't bother me with things that are out of date. This thing is a year out of date. Anyway, so I've put this in the microwave. 8 minutes, it said. It probably took about 12. I think it's a low-powered microwave I've got. Very tasty indeed. Very, very tasty. But, very tasty and a bit watery, to be honest. But it was really nice, very spicy. And there was only about 154 calories in this thing. I thought, get in there, because I had the big Christmas dinner at my sister's with toffee pavola and chocolate fudge cake. Yes, please, mummy. So I had to be a bit careful what was eaten at night. And it said 150 calories on this thing. I thought, yeah, that's all right. But now they're suggesting scientists worked out that people eat 200 less calories every day when they are exposed to the messages on the packaging. There's an idea for you. Known as physical activity calorie equivalent, the labels show how many minutes of running and walking are needed to burn off the snacks. Researchers say, so a bit like the sign at the swimming pool, it says, swimming today, you will burn off 350 calories every half hour you're in here. And as I say, so probably when I go swimming, I would imagine I burn 500. I'm just imagining. I go at a reasonable pace and I don't stop. I do 50 lengths and it's a long pool. I do 50 lengths in there. Researchers say this helps paint a more vivid picture of how healthy or unhealthy their food is. So that's a good example. For example, a pint of Ben & Jerry's peanut butter cup ice cream. Oh, that sounds vile. Peanut butter ice cream. No, I'm not a fan of peanut butter. Do you like that? I'll tell you what I like. Ben & Jerry's, there's little chocolate, I call them chocolate pustules. Because they're little chocolate things. And if you bite into them, they've got toffee inside. Or not toffee, caramel. Oh my God, the last time I had one of that was way back in the summer. I had one of those, and I'd have a whole one, 500 millilitres. So yummy. And Ben and Jerry. Oh, actually, I prefer the Aldi version because dirt cheap's like £1 something. Aldi do a cookie dough ice cream. Millions of calories in one of those. Millions, dear. Anyway, it says a pint of Ben & Jerry's peanut butter ice cream would take more than 4.5 hours of walking or 2 hours and 20 minutes of running to burn it off. God, that's a lot, isn't it? A packet of Doritos, 894 calories in 180 grams. That's a lot, isn't it? 894, must be a big packet. Take you 3 hours to walk that off. Or 1.5 hours running. Dairy, milk, chocolate. Yeah, none of that Hershey's stuff that they have in America. Oh, that is disgusting. Have you ever Hershey's ice? A chocolate? It's vile. Bitter, dear, bitter. No, Cadbury's, dairy, milk. 588 calories in that. 1 hour and 56 minutes to burn it off, or running for 59 minutes. I think I could do that one. So really, I could have a bar of Cadbury's milk chocolate as soon as I come out of the swimming pool, couldn't I? Every day. There's 110 grams, that one. How big is that one? Is that the sort of medium one? I don't know what one it is. I prefer Galaxy, actually. I like Galaxy chocolate. I was so disappointed. As it was Christmas at my sister's house yesterday. Okay? And we had the Christmas dinner and the presents. And I'm like, well, where's the chocolates? And we ain't got chocolates in this house. But we always have chocolates. Where's the Quality Street? We should have roses. We should have celebration time. Come on. Da, 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 da. There's a party coming on right here. To celebrate, to last throughout the year. That one. Where are the chocolates? No chocolates. Well, it's not Christmas then, is it? Put the presents and the tree down. I want chocolates. And I nearly stopped at the Co-op on the way back to my caravan, Lincolnshire Television Studio Complex yesterday, for some chocolate, but I didn't. I was good. And I thought, no, you've had the big dinner, you're not really hungry, you're not stopping for chocolate. But on the way out of my sister's house, I did have a piece of toffee pavola. We love it. Love it. So, for the average woman weighing 12 stone 8 pounds, what am I? I'm 13. I was 13.6 on Monday, so probably about 13.7 now, I would imagine. For the average man weighing 12 stone 8 pounds, it would take even longer for a lighter woman. Those averages are for a man weighing 12 stone 8. It would take even longer for a lighter woman, the researchers warn. Oh, I didn't know that. And you'd have to run for a solid hour and a half or walk for 3 hours to burn off the near 900 calories in a 180 sharing bag of Doritos. Sharing bags, no such thing, dear. I've seen that before. I've bought sharing bags of crisps, and you open them and you eat them. No need to share them at all, dear. Don't always take notice of what it says on the front of that packet. Sharing bag, please. Like those people that want to have one of your chips. Would you like a chip? No, I'll get you a portion. Oh, I don't want a portion. I'll have one of yours. No, you won't, mate. Go away. You're not having any of my chips. It says, currently, most pre-packed foods and drinks in Britain, in the Daily Mail this morning, are forced to have traffic light nutritional labels on their packaging. These are highlighted either in green, amber or red, depending on height. So I've seen those little lights on there. You're supposed to not have the ones that have got red on them, aren't you? I mean, most of the stuff, to be honest, if I buy corn burgers, there's no fat in those at all. And you know there's no fat because I've got one of those George Foreman grills. Get those in Argos for about 25 quid. George Foreman grill, which I've had now for about 2 years now. And you put your corn burger or sausages on that. Put that on. 20 minutes, 25 minutes later, you take them out. There's not a single drop of fat or grease comes out of those things. Some of the vegan burgers can be a bit greasy. I've noticed that. I don't know what it is. It must be the oil they put in. And then you have to blooming clean the grill. That's a horrible job there. Do it while it's still hot. That's my advice to you. But be very careful with those grills. It hasn't happened to me yet, but these George Foreman grills, they open up like that, like a clamshell, don't they? It kind of got that. So you got your food in there and you close it, and then when it's done, you turn it off at the mains. Must turn it off at the mains first before you clean it, right? Take your food off with the thing open, and then start cleaning it with a sponge. Get that scum off there now, while it's be easier while it's still hot. But be very careful that the thing doesn't drop down onto your hand. Otherwise, that'll be cooked as well. You'll have a grilled hand, and no one wants to eat one of those. Unless, of course, you're a cannibal, and there may well be one or two of you watching this morning. Researchers at Loughborough University have done some tests, and they say 65 fewer calories were consumed per meal on average when the labelling was displayed on food and drink items on the menu. That's the green, red and yellow labels, right? Researchers suggest they could shave off another 200 calories a day based on 3 meals plus 2 snacks if they have, what you've got to do to burn off those calories. Can of Coke, 420 calories. Now, a bottle of Coke, a small bottle of Coca-Cola. I'm sure a lot of you have 1 or 2 of those a day. I don't drink any fizzy drinks, nothing like. I'm really quite a healthy and sort of not in looks but fit, as in body-wise, person. I try and do stuff to keep going. You have to, once you go over 50, you have to do these things. Well, there's 420 calories in one of those bottles of Coca-Cola. I know one of our friends on here, I won't mention his name, but he was addicted to Coca-Cola. All his teeth fell out. He just kept piling on the weight, and he was addicted to Coca-Cola. Well, a small bottle is 420 calories. Going to take you an hour and 50 minutes to walk that off. Here's something we like. McVitie's digestive biscuits. Oh, with chocolate on top. Please, give me some. When you get these biscuits, do you have 1 biscuit out of the packet? No, not 1. Do you have 2? No, not 2. 3? 4. Do you have the whole packet? Do you have the whole packet? Come on. There's no secrets on this programme. Who has the whole packet of biscuits once it's opened? You! Retro Boy has half a packet. A 266-gram pack of milk chocolate digestives contains 1,245 calories, and every single one of them delicious. It will take you, after having a packet of those, 4 hours and 8 minutes to walk it off, or 2 hours and 4 minutes of running. See, I used to do running, and I enjoyed it. I built up over a period of time. I started off by managing to run for half a minute. Half a minute is what I started off at. I know there was some instructions I read somewhere. You've got to build it up over time. Run for half a minute, then stop for half a minute, then run for half a minute, and then stop. The next day, try a little bit longer, 35 seconds. You build it up. Eventually, I built up to an hour. I was able to run for an hour without stopping. But then I started, about 2 years after I started having the most terrible pains in the side of both my knees, which stopped me, which continue to today, but not so bad. Caused, I think, probably by overrunning. I was doing it every day. Hour and 20 minutes running non-stop. At a pace, not too slow, not too fast, but nevertheless, I don't think you were supposed to do it every day. But digestive biscuits, you see, I would have got away with that. 1,245 calories in a pack of digestive biscuits. So that's what they're saying. They want to put little signs on there to say, if you eat this, it will take you 1.5 hours to burn it off if you're walking. What do you think? That's a pretty good idea. Let's have a look. John ate a whole box of Jaffa cakes yesterday. I don't know how many calories in that one, John. You'll have to get moving, dear. Get moving. Keep on moving. Oh, yeah. I love that song. Is that by Snap? Keep on moving, I think. I'm not sure. Jason Hughes, chocolate hobnobs. Eat the lot. Calories is just a number. It's just a number. That's right, Jason. Chocolate hobnobs. Yvonne, digestives with butter. That's something I haven't tried. Now that I think about it, that sounds... I do like a bit of butter. Oh, I haven't had butter for weeks now. I've actually got an expensive Lurpak in the fridge going off, dear. I'll probably open it tomorrow and there'll be green stuff growing on the top of it. But that sounds nice, digestives with butter. Soul to soul, keep on moving. Thank you, John. Thank you very much, Tim. Soul to soul there as well. What else are you saying here? Let's have a look. John's liking his Galaxy Advent Calendar. I bet you are. But it's a tiny little voice. That's a tiny little bit of chocolate. You'll burn that off walking 15 minutes, surely, I would imagine. Not going to take that long for that one, is it? John doesn't like corn. It's the devil's food. Really? Well, I've replaced a lot of my meat with all that. All of my meat with that. Linda McCartney stuff and vegetables and things like that. Retro Boy has half a packet of those biscuits, do you? Mmm. Oh, we do like that sort of thing. Good morning, Peter. Morning to you, Peter. Peter's up in Woodall Bar. Okay, it's time to do today's birthdays, boys and girls. Happy birthday on this... Oh, hang on, I've lost it. There we are. Happy birthday on this Wednesday, the 11th of December 2019 to Mr. Tim Partington, who's with us today. And it's unusual, actually, Tim, for someone to be with us when I'm actually doing the birthdays live. So I'm pleased you're there. Happy birthday to you, Tim. He's a wonderful character, and he's a proper character, Tim. He comes along to the karaoke, and he doesn't just stand there and boringly sing into the microphone like some of them do. I mean, you've seen them, dear. You've seen them. I don't know. Let me choose a song. I'll do one I do. Oh, tie a yellow ribbon round the old... and they're not looking at the audio, they're looking at the screen. Oh, tie a yellow ribbon round the old oak tree. It's been free. And they finish the song, and the look on their face, they look so... I don't know, uninterested. You think, why did you even come up and sing the song? Not like Tim. He's out there running around the place like a blooming lunatic. And that's what we want at karaoke nights. Big characters. Tim is a big character. And if you saw him, you would absolutely love him. He does Lady Gaga and all that stuff. All the new stuff. The stuff that I can't do. I can't sing new songs. You may have seen Shy singing at karaoke on Monday night. He does all new songs like Sigler, something like that. Stuff that's in the charts. And the way that stuff is sung is nothing like the way stuff was sort of sung in the 70s and 80s. And I just can't get to that, you know. But Tim's there and he sings at the karaoke. So happy birthday to Tim. I'm proud to have you as a friend. 54 years old today. Happy birthday, Tim. I've got to tell you, Tim, I still miss Belushi's dreadfully. I miss that job at Belushi's. And sometimes I think, you know, when it was offered back to me, when the manager changed, it was offered back to me, and I had another job at Central Station. And I said, well, no, I've got another job now. And I'm quite a loyal person, Tim. If you give me a job, that's it. I'm with you, mate. I'm with you. Someone else comes along, we'll offer you double the money. No, they've already given me a job. That's where I am. I'm not a money grabber. I'm really not. But sometimes I think, oh, maybe I should have said yes. But there you go. Graham does the job, and he does it very well, doesn't he? Does it very well. Tamzin. Good morning, Tamzin. Happy birthday to Tamzin today. She's recently had a little operation, haven't you, Tamzin? Happy birthday. David Dow. Good morning, David. Wonderful man. Wonderful man, a true professional in the world of theatre. David today is 61 years old. Happy birthday, David, and a pleasure to work with you so many times in various places. Happy birthday to you, David. I miss you. I miss you. Happy birthday today to Sean Clark, who's 31 years old. Anthony Roberts, good morning, 29 years old today. Jessie Ayres, happy birthday, Jessie. And John Stewart Deakins, it's his birthday as well. So, sorry, gang, there's a little phone call coming through there. So happy birthday, boys and girls, to each and every one of you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Kying. Yep, Tim's saying Shy was in Clapham last Thursday. Where was that, Tim? Where's the cat? It's not Tuesday. Is Kevin, isn't it? So where was you on Thursday doing karaoke? What venue does karaoke on a Thursday? Interestingly enough, I didn't know there was one on a Thursday over there. People wishing everyone happy birthday there. There we go. Diane, Mandy, Retro Boy. The birthdays Retro Boy. They come up on my Facebook. If you've got a Facebook and you're a friend, then that's where I get the list of birthdays from. Or if you're not a friend of mine, then email me perhaps the day before your birthday and then I'll add you to it. But if you want to add me on Facebook, there's my email address there. If you want to add me on Facebook, it's Chris Reardon UK, all one word. So facebook.com, Chris Reardon UK, you'll see me there. If you add as a birthday, add as a friend there, it won't work if you just follow me, unfortunately. But if you add me there, then your birthday, as long as you've got it set in your Facebook thing, will come up in the birthday list. That's where I get the birthdays from, okay? So once again, facebook.com/Chris Reardon UK. As I say, lots of people wishing everyone happy birthday there, so thank you very much for that. Yeah, so you saw Shy in Clapham. Shy, let's see. The Clapham North. Is that the name of a pub? Oh, I've not heard of that one. The Clapham North. Not heard of that one. Good. All right, boys and girls. Morning, Heidi. That's it for the show today. Thanks ever so much for joining us. Hopefully, I'll be back with you again tomorrow morning. Be lovely to see you tomorrow morning. Soon, we're going to start our Thursday night phone-in. Okay, we're going to start that soon. That won't be starting this week. I've got stuff to do this Thursday. But we're going to start a Thursday night phone-in show. Okay? That's coming up soon. Well, we've got a phone line we can open and all that. I'll see you again tomorrow morning. We've got a slightly different close on the Christmas thing as well here, boys and girls. So look, it's all very Christmassy and all exciting. I hope you like the backdrop. And I'll see you again at some time tomorrow morning. Thanks very much for watching and listening. See you soon. Bye-bye now.